Hello, friends. Good morning from America, afternoon in Nigeria and Europe. Thank you for joining me today, Wednesday, August 17, year 2016, on my The Israel live podcast. My name remains Doyinsola Abolaji Ilori. As always, sincerely, I thank you all for your time and for your data, and they're about everything that you use to connect with me on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. Morning for me in America, but afternoon for you in Nigeria. Jani, Tabai, good morning, good afternoon, wheresoever you are at. Omolara Ribidesi, I acknowledge you. It's okay, you must be in Nigeria for you to say good afternoon. Fleming, how are you now? How's the little girl doing? I thank God for your life and I hope all is well. I appreciate you all for always joining me. Thank you. I'm 51 and I just try. That's the least I can do, Danny. I just try. Omolara, how are you doing? Good morning. How is everything? I hope you are doing well and all is well. How's your husband and the children? It's always a pleasure to have you on my live podcast. This morning, here in Kaaba, when how's it going in Saudi? Or is it Dubai that you're at? I'm always happy to see you too. This morning and this afternoon in Nigeria, I actually had asked a male friend, Adiola Rasak Tijani Bosi Taiwo Lusonya, thank you all for joining me. I had asked a male friend to give me a topic to talk about. And we of course got talking, and he asked me a question which he said he would like me to ask everybody. And the question goes thus. He said, Amin alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakat, Bosi. How are you doing? Even though I'm not a Muslim, I'm a Christian. I was married to a Muslim, but I'm not a Muslim. I never practiced Islamic religion. I was throughout a Christian. And the question or the comment was that, well, we got into a kind of discussion. Maybe I should just give the background story. He said something about a man being capable of loving more than one person. He says he belongs to that group that sincerely believe in it, but that his wife does not believe in that theory. So I started laughing and I told him, I said, I don't blame the woman. She's not going to let anybody come put pepper in her eyes. Nikki, how are you doing? I acknowledge you. So, and I did say to him that, well, the truth of the matter is that male or female, we are all more than capable of loving more than one person. So the debate today is going to center on being able to love more than one person at any point in time. And when I'm talking about person, I'm not talking about children here. We're talking about affair, marriage, the real thing. Uncle Longa, what's up? My friend said that he told his wife that men are capable of loving more than one woman at any point in time. And I said back to him, it's not just the man that is capable of loving more than one woman. Actually, most women too are capable of loving more than one man. But that culture, Tayo Martins, I see you, culture, finances, emotional blackmail are the things or the weapons that especially African men have used to cage the women. He felt that no human being can be caged, and I did say to him that yes, human beings can be caged, because really up till tomorrow you will see and you will hear people say, what woman can boldly say that yes, I'm married, I have a boyfriend, or I have 2 men in my life? But of course the men can always so do. And I told him that it's, like I said, it's a cultural thing that we have made, so to say, like it is a norm. It is not a norm, because with other cultures, their women have at times more than one man. But that especially in Nigeria, let me focus on Nigeria, that I understand a little bit. The average Nigerian man believes that he can do whatever he likes, take other women, and the other woman would just see it as a norm. People see it as a norm. The society does not think anything of it and things like that. But if a woman as much as does such, it is seen as the biggest of crimes on earth. So he told me that it is, the issue is not even you take on anything now. It's that phrase, capable of loving more than one woman. And I added and I said to him, the woman too is capable of loving more than one man. Ladies and gentlemen, let me have your thoughts on that statement. That a man is capable of loving, or that a man or a woman, now that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at it from just his own perspective. Because what he's trying to justify is that, look, Doyin, I can love you, I can love my wife, I can love so many other women all joined together. And I am saying to him that, you see, I also can love my husband and love you and love so many other men. And it's honestly, it's not a male thing. I do understand that the heart has 4 chambers, and I almost was inclined to believe that maybe the Muslims took cognizance of that, with them coming up with this issue of 4 women in marriages. Bingo Jola, how you doing? With them coming up with 4 women in marriages, so to say. But you see, my friend said, the important thing is loving more than one. And I have said to him, even a woman can do that. A woman can also love more than one man. That's the issue today. Gentlemen, is it true or is it just a fallacy? And ladies, am I right or am I wrong to say that a woman can, of course, love more than one man? I know that most people say that before a woman is involved in anything, her soul, her spirit, her everything is all joined into it. And it is not easy for a woman to just like have a fling that the men get involved in. But again, beyond the fling, is it possible? Do you think it is possible for a man or a woman to truly love more than one person and really feel torn between the two and feel like I cannot drop either of the two? This is basically really why most men, of course, have second wives and things like that, because they're so much in love with the second one that they can't imagine their lives without the woman. But in the case of the woman, she's compelled not to be able to like so do that, because our culture, I keep saying, is a cultural thing. There's nothing societal, nothing binding about that says a woman cannot love more than. There are actually some cultures that I understand that the woman can even have 2 husbands. So with that at the back of our minds, we know it is not a global or international thing. I have always said that it's just something that the average Nigerian man has used to cage. Indeed, our forefathers, they are women. Janice says, well, if I may say, no man or woman that is capable of loving more than, no man or woman that is capable of loving more than one person, but it's very possible for the man and woman to go to bed with anyone that wish to bed him or her. Okay, so you think in your heart that it is not possible for a man or a woman to love more than one person. I don't agree with you. I feel that Kemi Adefule, how you doing? I feel that one can love more than one person. I think the reason, maybe, except we're saying that we want to define love and say, how do I put it? Except we want to say that we want to define love and say, okay, what exactly do we mean by love? Because really, you may love someone for a different reason than you love the other person. The topic for discussion today, for those who are just joining, is that a friend told me that the average man is capable of loving more than one woman. And I told him that the woman too is capable of loving more than one man. And he said I should, he actually told me to throw it out for discussion and see what other people have to say about that. I see my cousin Durojaye Olalekan. This is my first time of seeing you, and I thank you for being here representing the Elejofi family of the Fuanlaye. Thank you, cousin. God bless you. I feel that you can love more than one person. That's my belief. But he still feels that it's only the man that can love more than one. Runkel Shoni, hey, what's up? Femi Nko and the kids, how you all doing? Where see you? Is it possible for a man or a woman? I feel it is possible for a woman to love more than one person. He feels it's possible for just the man to love more than one person, and the woman really is not supposed to love more than one person, or is not capable. Not that he's not supposed to, he's not capable of loving more than one person. So that's the thing here. I feel that if he feels or said the man is engineered to love more than one person, and I said it is not just the man that is wired to love more than one person. The average woman can love more than one person too. So which is what is out here today. Ladies and gentlemen, is it an ojukokoro thing? Or is it sincerely possible in your heart of heart to really feel strongly for two persons, male or female? Let's discuss it. Let's find out your thoughts or opinion or whatever on the issue. Do you think it is really possible as a man to love more than one person, or you think no, it's a lie? Like Janice said. Janice says I think that's a lady. She does not believe that anybody can love more than one person, but it is possible to sleep with more than one. So where do we what do you think of this? Is it, I feel personally, I must confess, personally I feel that it's possible for me to love more than one person. But do you feel so? Do you agree with me? Or do you have a contrary opinion like Janice says? Or do you actually are like with my friend who feels that the woman of her own cannot love more than, or is not capable of loving more than one person? But that's what I said. I said maybe we need to define Abdul Latif Oyedeji. Oh, meanwhile, King Sheloyin Olushola Temple, how are you doing? And good afternoon to you. Thank you for being here. Abdul Latif Oyedeji, yes, I had earlier said it that maybe we need to define love. Does love even exist nowadays? Of course, love exists now. People love for reasons. And if that is not there again, the love fail. Well, I understand that people love for reasons. But I also understand that love do exist. Love does exist, rather. I don't think that the world is so bad that people don't fall in love again. I don't think the world is so, everybody's gone like that calculating. I understand very well that there is a lot of permutation going on in life now. Before you get into an affair, it's like he has to hold something for you. So if you actually fall in love with him or her, some just like wonder why should they, don't get it, they can't deal with it, because every relationship now is so calculated, or what's the phrase to use? Everybody has a motive. You have a reason for dating this person. You have a target, so to say, which makes it seem like there's no love anywhere. But I do know that love does still exist. Johnny, you said yes, you said I said so because when it comes to love, one is capable of loving more than one, because loving someone, it involves the whole of your being. Based on that, it's not possible to love more than one person. I understand exactly what you're saying completely. Maybe you're right, maybe not, but I think I understand. You say you are defining love in the true sense of love. Because if you claim to love someone, this person should be your everything. Nothing hidden, nothing to be ashamed of, absolutely nothing. Nothing. So to that extent, I will want to agree with you that yes, it is possible. You can't really love two persons. Maybe I should also take it back. You can't really, coming from your angle, from your definition of it, because really you're supposed to give your whole self to this person. You are not supposed to hide anything. Like this thing that is on Facebook about the woman that was fleeing from the venue of the marriage that thought the guy worked at Chevron, some old company, and people were critiquing her and killing her and saying stuff. And I said, but if a man would lie about that, why should your wife on your day of your wedding now only realize you don't even walk there? Why would you tell that kind of huge lie? Why would you give that kind of foundation to your marriage? What was he going to say later to this guy or to the girl that, well, I was fired or what or what? It's not like because that's all the girl believed or wanted. No, I don't think so. I just felt like it was the foundation of it. If you can lie about where you work and you're not even able to say, look, I'm a gardener, or okay, I'm a taxi driver to the person you want to marry, and let the person choose either of our own volition to go for you, and then you have to lie about these things, I think it goes a long way. And to that extent, really, honestly, from the way you actually said it, I was really of the opinion that you could love two persons at the same time, because what this person represents in your life is not what the other person represents. But again, that will not be defining love. That will just be defining your wants and your needs being met. Wants and needs that I'm talking about here is not anything material. It could be emotional or psychological. Oh, this person makes me feel important, therefore I'm attached to this person. Oh, this person actually cares and caters for me, therefore I feel attached also to that person. To that extent, you have already given a reason, or you've already given a reason for the love. Therefore, it is no longer love in the real sense. Because really, when you love, it has to be for every reason and for no reason whatsoever. So to that extent, Johnny, yes, you have convinced me that indeed it is not possible to love two persons at the same time. Nick says the heart has 4 compartments. Oh, so that's the reason why they can have 4 women. Okay, oh. And also Johnny continues, all the same, it is only possible to love more than one person if we narrow it down to only agape, which is the love of Christ. I didn't even look at it from the agape end of it. I just looked at it from the selfish, so to say, aspect of the age. It's like, okay, this person makes me feel emotionally connected, makes me feel good, makes me feel this and that. Therefore, for that reason, you love that person. And then this other person makes me feel good in bed and maybe takes care of me and things like that. Therefore, for that reason, you also love that person. And from your initial definition of what love is supposed to be, I would bow down to your superior argument and say to you that indeed, it is not possible to love two persons at the same time. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's discuss this. Is it possible, like my friend said, for the man to love more than one person? Or is it impossible, like Danny has explained? Because love is completely all-encompassing. It's something that is so overwhelming that you really can't have yourself split in two places, so to say. What's your take on that? Oh, I'm sorry your device is not playing Biodun Akomolafe. I think it's more to do with your connection. And then check if your Wi-Fi is wrong, or check the power of your strength of your whatever G you use. Samuel Adebayo Showemi, my very good friend. How are you and good afternoon? Yeah, love is the issue here. I don't see how a man or a woman can love two the same way at once. The other one is a fling, mere infatuation. True love is deep, my sister. May be hard to find these days, but when you do, you don't want to hurt your love. Yes, I agree with you. Like, I took it back. I said, I honestly, at the beginning of this program, I was like, why can't you love two persons at the same time? You just find that you love this one, and then you find out you love that one. But in retrospect, I'm thinking I'm breaking it down. Thinking about it, I'm breaking it down. It is glaring that if you love this person for a reason, then that is no longer really love. It's just for your own selfishness and for whatever it is you stand to benefit or to gain from that relationship. So to that extent, like, I agree with you and Jani that it is not possible. But does anybody feel that it is possible? Or is anybody in this situation that you have two women? Well, I know no woman is going to come out and say I have two men in my life, but I have had two men in my life at some point in time, and somehow I found I was able to, I believed I love the two of them now. I mean, I don't come here to lie to anybody. I had two men in my life, and I believe sincerely with my whole heart that I love the two of them. But you see, now that we are talking about it, I'm actually thinking, okay, I kind of think I like that one because of this reason, and then for this reason was the reason why I was into that one too. And ironically, at the point in time that I had those two men, they balanced me. If I was upset with one, I would be upset with the other one. If I was upset with this one, I would be upset with the other one. They kind of kept me straight. I just had to have the two of them with me. If one went away, it was a problem with the other. So if one was going to go away, I would rather want the two of them to go away. I couldn't deal with just having one of them. It's crazy, but it was what I went through at that point in time, which made me to believe that you could love more than one person at the same time. But in retrospect, I'm thinking about it now from the definition and from the way Johnny has explained it and how Bayo Shuemima has also buttressed that point. I see that it was because of my selfishness, my own personal situation and gratification, so to say. So that cannot be love, because love cannot really like be selfish and then have you here and have you there. And that's it is. Yes, in America, guess what? Oh, by the way, my two kids made my hair, Demi and Olamide. They actually made these braids, and I'm thankful to them for saying. They said, Mom, you've been doing our hair all this while, and it's high time we do something for you too. And they did this on Sunday. So thank them for me. So I do their hair, they do mine here, they do mine now. And Demi, by the way, will be 15 and Olamide will be 12. But they did make this hair. They did my braids and everything and put all the studs and stuff. I thank them, and I'm sure you all appreciate them for me too. Thank you, Nnameka, for noticing my hair. Tunji, I want to see you say a woman or a man truly loves one person. I hope my friend that brought up this subject is watching and listening, because he probably won't come out and say anything. He has told me that he's one of my very silent whatever, and he never just comments, but he never misses anyone. A woman, men don't love, they like. Ha! Which one are you talking again, Omalara? The men do love now. Why would you say men don't love but they like? So, are you saying these married men don't love their wives, or they just like them and married them, or what? So, I want to see you say again, a man and a woman cannot truly love two persons at the same time. Honestly, I thought I loved two men at the same time when I was in that situation. And like I said, if I had issues with one, or I was mad at one, I just transferred that anger to the other one. If I had a problem, if I was very happy with one, I'll be happy with the other. I had to be happy with the two of them at the same time. If I'm unhappy for any reason with one, I just transferred it. I was just going to be completely happy with the other. And it doesn't matter whoever I was unhappy with. Once I was just unhappy with one, I'm definitely going to be unhappy with the other one. But once I am happy with one, I am definitely going to be happy with the other one. It's not a norm, so to say, but I mean, in retrospect now, I feel that maybe that was just a one crazy way of me, like I'm not a norm. But I thought I loved two men at the same time, but introspectively, maybe I just was satisfying me more than really like loving in the real sense of it. Abdul Latif Oyedeji, you say many marriages built on false foundations. Looking at our parents in the olden days, they loved themselves for what they have. To me, it's not possible for a man to love two women at a time. Okay? Ola BC, you also said that you can't really truly love two people at the same time. But I thought I did, like I said. And if I was upset with one, I'll be upset with the other. And like I said, it wasn't like I had to be upset with A to not be upset with B. Whether it's A or B, whoever I was upset with, I'll be upset with the other one. And once if A angered me, B was going to feel it. If B angered me, A was going to feel it. I thought I was so much in love with the two of them that, I just had to have the two of them together. I couldn't have just one. And at the time that I was letting go, I practically had to let go both, because I couldn't deal with one without the other. I don't know why. I had to let go the two of them at the same time, Tunji, because it was just, I couldn't have one without the other. It was like both of them each of them had half of me. I wasn't complete without the two of them together with me. So if I had just one person, I was so agitated with the other one that it wasn't worth it. So at the time of just leaving, I had to leave the two of them together. Do they know themselves? Ironically, no. They don't know. They didn't know they did that to me. They didn't know I was caught in between two men. They didn't know I was in love with two men. I thought I was. They did not know. But I knew it, and they completed me. If I was upset with one, I'll be upset with the other one. And it went back and forth for a very long time like that. Bola Oni Johnson, how you doing? Thank you very much for thinking I'm doing well. I appreciate that. Nick, you say I was just messing. Oh, yeah. Of course, I know you were just messing about. Well, the thing is, there's no hard and fast rule that guides these things. We love and then unlove some people, don't we? Yet we say it's all encompassing. Yes, true love takes. True love takes. Where am I at now? Takes over you in ways even you cannot express in words. But then, the uniqueness of humans make it possible to feel the same way about another and then another. Let me say, you could love one and be madly in love with another. Am I making any sense? I don't know. Honestly, that was how I felt. I mean, Nikki, honestly, that was how I felt. Like, even though I love this person, I was so much also in love with the other one. And if one or the other just messed me up, did something to anger me and things like that, I would just like go like for both of them. I had the two. I just had the two. I couldn't let go of anyone. I was so much in love, and then I was so much in love. It was just like me turn. Like I said, it was like, hey, had half of me this way, and the other one had half of me this way. And if I was not happy with one, it was like the other half was just useless to me. I had to be happy with both of them for me to feel whole at that time. So that was how and why I thought that I could love more than one person, or one could love more than one person at any point in time of one's life. But then when you look at the definition of love, you now ask yourself, did you truly like love both of them, or it was just something else? I mean, I felt like you have just expressed now. I believe like you have just spoken now. But in retrospect, I mean, thinking about the definition of love, I'm not talking about these superficial flings and things and, infatuation. I'm talking love, where you give your whole being, you have no secret, nothing. You are just, but you see, the problem these days is that most, even couples that have been together for 20 years, you really wonder, because nobody really is saying all the truth again. Everybody, there's so much permutation, so much coding, so many things going on now that society has forced us to do in our marriages and at our homes. So these things have now made people to like not be completely trusting, all that open, all that. Even I mean, like my sister will say that there's some things about the family that she would never discuss with her husband or any member of her husband's family. Like the first time I saw our brother-in-law and sister-in-law after they came to the US and me and Kazim had split, I just told them, oh, didn't you know that Kazim has left? He did this. I just threw it out. And they said, no, dear, didn't tell us. I said, why didn't she tell you? It's no big deal. He's gone. They said, oh, did you? I said, no, he left me. And they were like, and those were our own in-laws. But I felt that I was close enough to tell them, and it wasn't a big deal to me. But my sister just felt like she just said that there are some things she just does not discuss with members of her family or maybe even our spouse. And I'm thinking in my head, if you call these people your family and your in-laws or whatever, I wouldn't think, your spouse, you shouldn't have, and I didn't even think that was any secret anyway, because at some point in time they would know. So I would rather just throw it out there and let them know, and then it's over with, than to begin to just parry it and they ask me questions and I say, oh, okay, or I dodge the question. I don't have time for that. You know what is up, and then everybody just buries it and that's it, and then everybody moves on. Oyedeji Abdulatif, you said again, in what ways do you like two of them? I just said it. I was incomplete without the other. I just like the two of them. I was just crazy about the two of them. I couldn't have one without having the other. It was just impossible for me to do. I don't know what happened. I cannot explain it, but I know at some point in time of my life I had too many in my lives, and I just could not do one without the other. If one was upset with me, it was a big deal with the other one. Johnny, you also said, besides, most men prefer one lady to more. I don't know what you're trying to write there. Another, which is not necessarily love. A man may love Lady A because she's dynamic in bed, she can cook, and the same man may love Lady B because she's neat. That's what I thought, and that's what I said. I said, you may love this person or the other for a reason. And by the time you're loving for a reason, are we really like talking love as in L-O-V-E? Where your whole being, your soul, your spirit. You see, when you love somebody, even the mere thought of that person does something to you. makes you smile, gives you the kick. You remember something and you can always swear that this person is going to do this, or this person is here, or that person is that. Someone you love, you probably are not even in the same city or town or country, and then the minute she's moving from this place, she sends a message, oh, Mutin Kuroni, I'm leaving sport A, I'm going to sport B, because she just feels that at every point in time you have to know everything, and then you are like, oh, exactly, I'm still in that meeting, I'll be at this, or I'm doing this, guess what I'm eating. That is where I'm coming back to talking about love. But again, like I felt and like I thought, you could love people for different reasons. You could love two different people for two different reasons, and you still love both of them. So much so that, like in that my case, I felt complete with the two of them. I felt incomplete without one or the other. I cannot explain it, but it was just something. Two men or women in marriage. Yeah, the person who brought it up is a married man, so I'm talking about two men or women in marriage. I'm not talking about me in marriage. I'm just talking about me fall in love with two men at some point in time of my life. But the man that brought up this topic, of course, is a married man, and is claiming that a man is capable of loving more than one woman. And I also told him that the woman also is capable of loving more than one man. So whether he's in or out of marriage, I think is irrelevant now. It's just the fact that one can love more than one person of the opposite sex in a relationship. We're not talking just mere friendship now. That's what I'm talking about. Lekon says it is possible for men to do, but not really easy for women. All the same, every woman can do that. Such women are just stone-hearted. How can a woman who loves be stone-hearted? No, you feel that for a woman to love more than one person is because the woman is wicked. That's why you're saying this, but I don't see it that way. For the same reason that you can love two persons, you don't know why the woman loved two persons. I'm not saying it is right or wrong here. I'm just saying the possibility of it happening, and which is what my friend talked about. He said he believes it is possible to love more than one person, and I said it's not even only a male thing. Women also are caught in the web. It is not impossible for them to love more than one person, which is really what we are talking about here today. Love can be Ashenuga Agbaje says love has so many faces. There says, when love has so many faces, are you sure that is love? I wonder. Nike, you said love. I don't know if anyone could wholly define it. It's better felt than expressed in words. No word captures it all. It's just like pain. But can you feel it for more than one person at the same time? I'm not talking about one after the other. I'm talking about at the same time. You love this person and then you love the next person. I thought I did, and honestly, that is one time that I consider the best time of my life. When you are talking relationship, it was something that I enjoyed, that I liked, because I just had to be complete with the two of them. I wasn't complete with one of them, and I liked it. It wasn't such a bad thing for me, but some feel it's not possible, but I didn't think it was impossible. Johnny, you're asking Lekon Duro Jaye if that is true. From what you're not saying, yeah, I mean that's my interpretation. A man cannot love more than one person and you think it's okay, and then a woman does the same thing and then you go around and say no, she's stone-hearted. That means every man that is loving more than one person by interpretation or by implication or by whatever also is stone-hearted. I agree with you, girlfriend. I feel that way too. If you feel the woman who's able to love more than one person is stone-hearted, then I wonder what you want to make of a man who feels the same way too. Your man wa nyingi, get out nike nyangi ngini. Jerry, what's up? Like somebody said, and I quote. Where's the quote? Oh, I think you dropped this comment before you put the quote out there, Jerry. Lara says, once you can define your love for someone, it is no longer love. I think I agree with that. Once you can define it, is no longer love, because love is supposed to be. It's not supposed to have a definition. It's a feeling. It's something you. It's not. it's tough to define and to express, and that's the truth. Okay, yeah, Jerry, you have put it down. You said a woman would allow the husband touch every part of her whole body, including the private parts. Both cannot touch her. No, that's not. You see that when we brought up this phone thing at the group level, I said if the reason why most people really cannot let anybody touch their phones is because they have things they're hiding. If you are in love completely with somebody, your phone, in fact, you won't have any. If anybody is toasting you, the person will see it. If anybody is saying anything to you, the person will see it. So there's really nothing to hide. I came home in January and I was with my boyfriend for a week, and for that 1 week I did not even touch my phone or lock it. He had access, he could do anything he wanted to do with my phone. I didn't care. I knew people were sending me messages, I knew people were toasting me, and I would take the phone from him and respond and send him back. I was flirting and everything. I wanted him to see everything because I didn't think I had to hide that. He had to just see me for who I was. So if you really love someone, I don't see any reason, except you know that your hands are not clean. That is what I don't understand. You can let a man see everything, you can let a woman see everything, but you can't let that person see your phone. The only reason why that person can't see your phone is because your hands are not clean. It's because you're doing something you don't want to be seen. If I'm with anybody, I will not do anything I don't want you to see. Why would you say another person should not toast me? When you are not mad, when me followed you, why should another man not talk to me? Let them talk now. It's left to me to now accept. You can read it and say, this man is toasting. I'm saying, hey, why can he not toast me? But you are playing with it. Why should I be fighting somebody that is toasting me? For me. How can somebody be saying nice things to me and then I'm fighting the person? You will play with the person too. Now you are beautiful. You too, you are handsome. Me, I'm missing you. I'm missing you. There is nothing to that. It does not take my heart away from you. I have got to a point in life that any man that is nice to me, I'm nice to you. Except, of course, you are rude. And if my man cannot deal with that, too bad. If I want to do something, I will do it. If I don't want to do it, of course, I won't do it. So if you are hiding your phone, I keep saying it. For as long as you are hiding your phone, it's because you are doing something. And you are doing something that you don't want the other person to see. In fact, I prefer a man that is doing something that will let me see it. I prefer to know that my boyfriend has another woman somewhere. Even though I know that he's more, from the way we do and from things, I will know who holds the ace or aces or what is it they call it. I don't care really that the man has. I just want to know. If I look at your phone and I say, you are a useless man. So you are going out with this person and you have been saying his friend. And then we just say, okay, I need to go. At the point, you see, when I see that, I see everything going on. Some people can't deal with it. It's not a big deal for me to see that my boyfriend or my man is dating somebody else. But because don't come to me and lie to me about it. That is the one that I hate. I hate to be doing something and then you are lying and swearing by it. Because I believe your every word. I'm putting my everything in everything you say. I will commit my money, I will commit my everything. But if I know that I'm also a Bele Janyo, why should I commit my money? Why should I commit my anything? But if I know that, okay, yes, if I see from the conversation and everything, and I still know that, yes, I see everything, there's nothing I won't do, of course, to grow you and everything. But of course, if I see that it's not so, and the people who want to exploit you are the ones who will hide things like that from you so that they can take advantage of you. At the same time, they're doing their thing. I don't understand that, Jerry. I do not understand it one bit. How you can tell me my phone is private? What is private about your phone? Let's be sincere with ourselves. And share Ranuni now. All this my phone is private is BS. It's because you are hiding something. If you are not hiding anything, you sincerely love your partner, and you know you love this person's spirit, soul, and body. Very worst case scenario, the person will see person you are toasting, that is toasting you, and you both laugh over it because it's no big deal. But if you have bought a house for a woman somewhere and you haven't bought a house for your wife, of course she doesn't want to see that, and the hell will let loose. That's why you will password your phone. Or if as a married woman, it goes beyond, of course. Or even even single as I am, I know that, okay, I'm sleeping with this one, I'm sleeping with that one. Like when I had those 2 men, I probably would have passworded my phone if I had 2 men at that point in time with my man. But if I have just one, what do I need to password? I didn't password nothing. I knew people were going to send messages. I just didn't worry me. I knew people were toasting me. I knew people would say things. And he would take the phone, he would read it. Some I would read aloud and say, read it aloud, and I would just say, oh yeah,
give my phone, let me type respond. I will respond and flirt with the person, and I'll give him back the phone. It's his business. It doesn't concern me. You can't say a man should not talk to me now. I cannot take that from anybody. So they must talk to me. I'm not crazy now. It's left to me to say no, me or she. And that's the truth. And the thing is, the fact that I play with men or that I mess around with men does not mean that I'm doing anything now. So that is my own. So I don't know. I don't think we agreed on as to whether a man can. I think it tilted more towards not a man or woman not being able to love more than one person. And at the point in time that it is actually has been defined as you being able to throw yourself or tear yourself into two places, then it means that something is wrong somewhere. Which will bring me to the Muslim brothers who say they can love four women. Even the Quran, I understand, says that you have to treat them equally. But sincerely, have you treated them equally? Are you even capable of treating them equally? I doubt if they are able to do it, but they just use it as an excuse to explore and do whatever they want to do. If this angers any Muslim, my apologies. Is not to make you angry in any way, but I just don't see how you can love four women equally and stand before God or even yourself and say, yes, I love my four women equally. I don't see how it is possible. But you will love one for a reason or one more than the other. Because one probably is jealous that you have more than her, or the other one is like you're spending more time with that one, or you like that one's food more than. So there will always be a reason to love one more than the other. So you telling me that you love two persons or whatever equally is a little bit difficult for me to deal with. Juro Jayola Lekon, I love you too, my cousin, my dear Aburo. Titi, what is funny about what I said now? But I'm being truthful, oh. Me, I just say the truth. No, please, don't mind my cousin Jare, everybody. Him saying women are stone-hearted. Just ignore him. Stone-hearted, also rock-hearted. How about the men that they do all that they do? I can't but be sincere. I told somebody said to you said you just say it. You see, the thing with me is, if I lie, I have to try and remember the lie again years later. So that is why I made it my own principle. Because all my life, if I tell you the truth, I don't have to think about what I said. It's just a function of remembering what happened and telling you because it's the truth. But if you lie, you have to think it up and think it through. That is why I do not lie. If you ask me a question and I feel that I don't want to give you an answer, I'm going to tell you clearly and pleading the Fifth Amendment that is, I'm not talking because I don't want to tell you the truth, but I will not come and lie to you. That is me, and that's my personality, and that's what I stand for. I don't like anybody come lie to me, because when you say anything to me, I believe you. And when I find out that you're lying, it hurts me so badly that you can never say another truth as far as I'm concerned, because as to me, I've judged you a liar, and that's it. I prefer you tell me that Egboju, Egbagbe, and I know that you don't want to spill it, and I respect that, than for you to lie to me. So this is why I don't lie, or I try not to lie to anybody. It's difficult for me to keep up with lies. And like I was chatting with a friend, and then he had a picture of his son on Facebook, and I said, wait a minute, I thought you had just a girl. Is this an away game? He said, no, it's my wife. I said, wait a minute. I said, this is an away game, say. And then I went back to 5 years when we had that chat, or sometime a long time ago, and I quoted him, because at that time there was pictures of him and his woman, celebrating the birth of their daughter. And I said, if this boy that I'm looking at is older than that girl, this is an away game. He said, no, it's my son. When I went back and I brought that thing up, I just let him be, because for me it was like I have caught you at a lie, and I don't see any reason why you should do this. It's not impossible that you had that child, and of course your wife had our own daughter later. But you see, that just made me, because I did remember that we had that conversation and said, yes, this is our first child after whatever number of years of marriage. So when I now saw that boy, I'm thinking in my head, isn't this boy older than that girl? And if that is the situation, then this boy is an away game. It's not a home goal. But he said, no. I wanted to look at what is the age of this your daughter and this your son, but that would have been like dragging it. I didn't need to let him know that, well, I know the truth, or this is how I feel. And that's it. I personally would always say the truth because it makes me more comfortable. I love and appreciate you all too. I thank you all for watching me. I come on Wednesdays. Thank you, Ronke. I come on Wednesdays and Saturdays, 1 p.m. Nigerian time.
Odebi Abiodun says, not every man can deal with his woman being toast and is responsive. What is, then that man is not serious. You mean you prefer a woman that is just there that nobody is seeing? How can if you are a man and men are looking at your women and they are not turning their heads to look back again, you have failed. Gentlemen, listen and listen. Read my lips and follow me slowly on this one. If you have a wife or you have a girlfriend and men are walking past her and they are not turning back to look at her, you have failed as a man. Why would you have a wife that other men would not even like say, this woman, Odebe? Then something is wrong with you. Ori mi ma buru. How can a man not take care of his wife so much so that other men are not seeing her? They must see her now. It's left to her to now say, no, I mean, of course I'm responsible, I'm married, I'm this or that. I would never. So because if a man is toasting me, he should now begin to feel bad. Let him knock head on the wall now. Am I mad? Should I be ugly and other men should not see me? They must see me now. People must admire me. I must be admired by men. That is the truth. I must be always admired by men. It is left to him to. That is why he has to step in. That is when he has to keep it like this one that they are looking at. This one is my own, and then he should be proud of me, and say, yes, look at what I did with a 51-year-old woman. Look at how she looks. And then me at even my age now, a man will be going out with me or be dating me or marry me, and other men will not look at me to fiaka. Then he's not doing a good job. Other men must look at your wife. It is how you now treat that woman that will make you your soul, that will make you the soul owner of that woman. So you want a woman that will be so ugly? I said something to people when let me even be publicly admired. Leave secret admiration. Let me be admired publicly. It is now his job to say, yes, this is my own. He should even be more than proud to stand by me, Dangela, that yes, this is my woman. See what I'm putting my money on. See what I'm putting my life on. Not the one that you will be somewhere men will not see you. Why would men not see you? If you are that kind of woman, you better go and step up and do something else with your life. How can you be there and then no other men will see you? They must see you. If the other men are not seeing you, your man would even think nobody. If I would do like this, is how he would do her now. If I leave you today, who will see you? But when he knows that other men are lined up to see you, every time he's guiding his thing. Hey, my dear, so what did you say you wanted that time? Okay, my dear, when he knows, he will be on his toes. But when he says that, okay, so after all, I took you out, nobody even looked at you twice. If nobody will look at me, I will put cleavage out. They must look at something. Am I mad? Men must like me. They must look at me. It is now left to me to decide to do or not. And that will be based on how he treats me. If you treat your woman right, I keep saying it, no woman will stray. If you are right with your woman, they will not stray. Your wife has to be admired by other men. You are a man, your wife is not being admired. And he says it's a problem for him. It will be a problem till eternity for him. Till he goes to his grave, I will make it a problem for him. Because I will make sure that I'm being admired. And he knows. Because by his knowing, that is when he will know that any nonsense he's doing with me, I'm gone. And then he knows that, yes, you don't do that with women. That's the truth. At the point in time of my marriage, I thought I was worthless. I thought I was nothing. Honestly. So no matter what that guy did, I was just like, hey, who will see me after 3 kids? But when men started admiring me, I'm like, really? Me? That was when he got more on his toes. Why would a woman exist and not be admired? Please, if anybody is doing that nonsense with you, you are cut off on you, and that man is talking to you, block his number. He's stupid. So if I block him on Facebook, do you know whether I can contact him on phone? It's even better for you to see all these things, so you know what is going on. You know, okay, this person likes my wife, oh girl, and so on and so forth. I would even flirt with such men, and you will know I'm flirting. I will flirt we are there and flirting. Just so you know. But in your heart of heart, you know that this woman, you have her heart. Because I'm putting all my money on you. I'm putting my everything on you. I'm putting everything on you to grow you, to make you everything that is good in life. So please, anybody that is saying man is angry that somebody is toasting you, let the man knock head on wall and say Doyisola said it, I don't care. Thank you all for watching me today, Jare. I'll be back on Saturday morning American time and afternoon Nigerian time. I appreciate you all as always. We can continue this via comments on Facebook because I'm going to post this now.
I thank all those who are still going to spare their data to watch me. If you want me to discuss anything, like somebody brought up this one that I did today, please get in touch with me. Let's discuss it. Whatever it is, I'll be more than glad to bring it up. I mean, quite frankly, before I came on, I thought and I believed that it was possible for a man or a woman to love more than one person. But honestly, right now, I see that from some other arguments that I believe are more superior or superior to mine, I see that it is almost impossible for you to truly love two persons at the same time. You can feel lost, you can emotions and all of that, but when it comes to the real definition of love, it's a little bit it's doubtful if you can love two persons at the same time. I appreciate you, every one of you. I love you all, and I say peace out. Join me on Saturday, 1 p.m. Nigerian time. God bless you all. Bye bye.